All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you can see us. We haven't done this in a long time, obviously. That's why we're a little rusty at how to do this. But we figured today we would go ahead and we would give you a demo and talk to you a little bit about what we've been up to for the last year. I think it's been a year since we've done one of these live streams.
It's been a long time.
So this is gonna be fun. I thought today we would take questions, but I'm gonna run through the updates to the project system, and that's one of the systems that since we last spoke has had a ton of work. Everything has had a ton of work, but that's one of the things that we wanted to show you today. We actually run our entire Alga PSA project out of our own project system. So I wish I could show you that. I don't think we're set up to show that one today, but we'll show you our demo account, and with Natalia's help, I'll run through how to set up projects and some of the cool features that we have in the project system. So let me see if I can share my screen. Okay. I think we're good. Let me switch over. Okay, now this is our demo account, and let me switch over to projects here. So these are some test projects we have right now. We have two major views for the project system. One of them is a Kanban view, and the other one is a list view. Kanban view is this view where you have the different statuses on your project, each represented as columns. And so as you're working, you would drag the cards from column to column to indicate that you are you're making progress through the project. There are a lot of properties that we have in the tasks, and there's a lot of integration across the entire system for projects. It's one of the great things about having a PSA is that your ticketing system and your project management system and your time entries and the entire system, your client list, it's all completely integrated. So this is a good example of that. You can see in the task system, we have the ability to, for example, associate tickets with a project task. So often we'll get questions like, hey, should this be a project task, or should this be a ticket? And it's like, why not both? But in all seriousness, you'll often get tickets that come in from your clients, and you'll fill in the details, and you'll see that, oh, this is more extensive than just a ticket. So you can attach it to your project, and you can actually convert tickets into project tasks as well. So another way that there's this really cool integration is the document system. So you can associate documents with tasks as well, for really kind of extensive documentation. You can put PDFs on them, screenshots, whatever you want, in order to document the project. And then we have checklists. Projects can become unruly if every single thing that you are, every single step you're taking in the project is a separate task. So tasks should be a little bit more larger in scope, and the individual steps in the task can be checklists. I'm not sure that we had that the last time we did a live stream. It's hard to say. Then we have tags. That's another organizational way of organizing the different tasks that you have. Of course, you can assign your users. You can assign additional users to this. And then in the time entry system, you can track time against tasks. And then, of course, that time becomes billable time. And then there's a lot of just different quality of life things that we have in here. So we have the ability to move tasks between different whole projects, different statuses on a project, different phases. We have the ability to duplicate tasks. So if you find that this task needs to be done in multiple different phases, you can easily duplicate the task and move it over, or move it to an entirely new project. And let's see. Oh, you can associate them with a service too. So the services, it goes back to your service catalog, the services that you offer for your customers, and then services eventually get a rate associated with them. So when someone puts time against the task, it will automatically select the correct service, which automatically provides the correct rate for billing, which is yet another example of how a PSA is great, because all of those things are all tied together in the system, and no one has to think, oh, how are we billing the time that's associated with this task? Does it go into the fixed fee bucket, or does it go into a special contracted rate for this client? It's all taken care of for you because you're using a PSA. So that's an individual task, and then of course you can just drag and drop these things between the different statuses on the project as you're working through getting these pushed forward to being done. This project here is the 365 migration project. I actually think we created this with our AI functionality, which I promised not to talk about today, but I think I've already broken that promise. Because if I start talking about that, I'll never stop. But yeah, this project here was kind of created just from a prompt. Let me look at some of these other ones. This one does not have a whole lot. And same with this one. So I'm glad we had that one. So yeah, then of course on top of that, there are a lot of just kind of niceties that are in the cards themselves. So you can assign users through the card. You can add tasks via the card. So at a glance, you can kind of see some of the important details when you're looking at the project. And on top of all that, I know that this is relatively new. We have the ability to search tasks, and so as you're searching, they start to filter away. But you can see in each of the different phases on the side here the tasks that match up against your current filter. So if you're searching and you're in the wrong phase, you'll still quickly be able to find what you're searching for. And you can filter by the agents that are on the task. You can search by priority. There's a few places in the system too that have this ability to display the list records or the grids in a more compact or spacious form. Everyone has a different opinion on whether or not they want easy a spacious display or a real compact one, to use the exact terminology of our user interface here. But I'm the kind of person who really likes to see a lot of detail on the screen at once. So I'll go small. I'll put my glasses on. I don't mind that, but everyone has a different opinion on that. So we're trying to actually make this something that is standardized across the entire platform, so that you can select your preferred level of detail on the screen. And it's not just super kind of simple where we're just squishing the screen down. We'll do things like slightly change the ordering of the elements on the screen in order to make things make sense at every one of these different levels of size levels. And then not everyone wants to see the projects on a Kanban view. Kanban is great for the person who's actually working on individual tasks, but from a top-down perspective or from kind of a reporting perspective, it's nice to see the entire project as a project plan, like it's a report. And so we have that as well. And then in here, of course, we have drag and drop. You drag different tasks across different projects and phases. And basically everything you saw on the other screen is available here as well, but just laid out separate in a different way. It's kind of more of a, I would say this is quite kind of a project manager view or a management view instead. And you have the ability to budget hours. The budgets that you put in are actually real time. So as your team is working on the project, you'll see a progress bar of how much has been budgeted. Just really recently, we made it so that the budget may or may not be displayed on the client portal.
Yeah, you can show how you change settings for client portal visibility, and then we can switch to client portal view of the project and show that first settings here.
Yeah. I'm not gonna take your you have a client portal demo together, so if I'm talking about anything that's gonna be on your
You
side,
can go to settings now, configure something, and we'll show the other side.
I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that when it's your. You want me to? Okay. Let's see. Let me transition back over here. So what do you want me to do?
Edit this project and configure settings
Okay, edit.
and expand the bottom part for client
Oh,
portal
client portal visibility. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So these are the different things that you want to make visible to your clients. You don't always want to show the budgeted hours to the client. We understand that. So you can turn that on or off. And I think I have the ability to show this actually. So let me save this.
Yeah.
So this
Say
will.
maybe phases or something to make it visible.
Mm-hmm. Let me give it a budget. So we'll say this is 40 hours. Oh. 40 here. And save. Save and close. Refresh that. Okay, so maybe I'll put a time entry in since we're really going to show everything here. So this is our overhauled time entry screen too. This has had a lot of work done since our last live stream. So let's go ahead and put time against this project. We'll call this break fix hourly. We'll put an hour against it. And then let me go back to the project. Yeah, so now you can see we have 1 hour against our budgeted 40 hours. Now let me switch over to the client view. This is against the demo client, so I believe this will be visible there. So let me transition over to portal. Okay. This is our customer portal. So this has also had a ton of work done to it. Let me go to projects. So now you can see this 365 project is visible on the screen for this client. And then if you click into it, now you can see the budget hours are visible because we've configured it that way.
I enabled some more.
What else did you enable?
Phases and tasks to
Okay.
show that they can be visible. but
Okay,
They are configurable.
so yeah, they get a little mini view of the whole project. It's not a stripped down view. It's really well, in my opinion, it's very nice. You know, they get the full display. They also get the full list display as well. So go ahead, turn off some things, and I'll see what happens when I refresh it.
Wait a second. I'll hide. tasks.
Okay, so hopefully we're not going to see tasks here. I refresh. And yeah, now it's a very boring display here because there's no tasks, but you know, it makes complete sense. You don't necessarily want to show the client's details that are, you know, not relevant to them, essentially. Yeah, so this is the client portal. It's been a long time since, of course, I keep saying that, but this has had a ton of improvements. We have the full project client view in here. They can, of course, view their tickets. Tickets have had a lot of work done to them as far as the portal is concerned, too. As far as we display, you know, who should be responding next if you're waiting on the client versus waiting on internal. Just a lot here. Service requests are new as well, but I'm going to fight the urge to go through every single tab on the screen, and I'll instead try to stay on track today. But we will have a lot to show over the upcoming weeks. Let me switch back to the PSA. Okay. So, what else? What else do we have to show here? I think that we have done a pretty comprehensive overview of the project system.
We can show connection between tickets and projects, how you can link
Sure.
incoming ticket. I'll just quickly create a new
Okay.
ticket.
So I am going to pretend that I am monitoring the board. Are you going to put it on the client communication board? Oh, urgent matters.
Yes.
Okay,
there is
so
a new ticket.
it's on the urgent matters board.
Boarding.
And so, yeah, this is the ticket that just came in. Maybe there's some information on here, and as you review the ticket, you find that you want to make this either a project task or a linked ticket on a project task. You can do that with the with these two buttons here. I'll go ahead and create it as a task. So we're going to select the project. This is the Office 365 migration. We'll put it under.
There was a project for onboarding.
Oh.
Prepared for you.
Oh, okay, okay. We'll choose the right one. Oh, so obviously this onboarding ticket needs to go to the client onboarding project. Did you say discovery, you think? We'll just say that.
Yeah, they didn't include any information. So
Oh, there's no statuses. That's the problem. There's no statuses on that project. So I'll go ahead and I'll put it on the other one, because we didn't set up statuses for that new project. But that's what I thought when I looked at it. So we'll just put it under assessment and planning. You'll just have to pretend this scenario makes sense. So this new ticket, we're going to go ahead and make a task from it. So this gives us this nice drawer over here, and we can select all of the things. You can see that I brought over the ticket description as the project description there, and this is rich text now, the project description, so you can put images in there, I believe, and you can format it really nicely. Go ahead and save it. Then come over here. Let me go back to my grid view, or I'm sorry, my Kanban view, and onboarding is now on this project. So so yeah, you can also link tickets, and whether you do one versus the other is really up to your preference. If it's something that you want to track time against, then it makes sense to definitely make it into a task. And if it's something that you want to track as an independent item, it definitely should be a task so that it shows on the project, and you can drag it on your Kanban board between the different statuses as it's being worked. So just real quickly, I'll show you can format the description with rich text. Let me update that. Okay. So also, kind of since everything's connected to everything in a PSA, we tend to, when I'm showing this, it tends to kind of expand into other areas, but documents are used comprehensively through the entire application. So you can take a document and you can associate it with multiple projects. You can associate it with one company, multiple companies, so you can have many different ways that documents are associated. And so I'll say, in this case, we're just going to document this task. So I'll say task documentation. And you can see now you can actually summon people into your documentation. And if you do that, they will receive a notification that they've been tagged in the document. Discard that. Let's see the notification up here. They'll be tagged into the document. They can arrive on the document, and then you can collaboratively edit. And also the thing that shall not be mentioned is you can bring an AI into there, and you can have the AI collaborate with you as well, which is pretty neat. So is that basically what we had for today, or did you want to show some more?
You can go back to the ticket that arrived earlier.
Okay. This is the one.
And show the sprinkle of fun that we added.
Be more specific.
Reactions to comments.
Oh, down here. Oh, yes. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. So yeah, you can put reactions and emojis on the comments, and then of course you can do the same thing in a comment. So let me add one and just show some of the things that you can do here. So I'll take a screenshot of something, and just real easily you can just paste screenshots right into your ticket comments, and of course you can summon emojis in here as well. So you can be as serious or as not serious as you desire. And there's a whole notification system. So as you're working in the ticket, the updates are optionally, but most of the time going to your clients as notifications. And of course, they'll receive the images that are sent from the ticketing system. And if they send an email into your inbound email system and they attach documents, they become documents in the PSA. And if they attach screenshots, they come over as screenshots inside the PSA as well. So you get this rich way of communicating back and forth. And then of course you can also put pictures in the ticket description as well, because it's kind of a unified system. So everything really has the same behavior. Let me push my luck here for a second. I want to check something. So yeah, here we can also summon users. So let's see if I can get Natalia to come in here and say, hey, look at this, please. And then Natalia will get a notification in her notification dialog in real time. So she'll see that no matter where she is in the system. And then she can go over and actually participate on the ticket.
If I'm lucky enough to find the correct browser tab among my million tabs.
And of course, there's a lot of noise in the background. I'm not sure that that's possible. I guess we didn't go over project templates, which we can talk about. These are exactly what you would imagine. You can put together a template of a project, and you can create it just by filling in the details for it. So once you have the template defined, which is very, very similar to creating a project, you can create a new project from the template. So this is actually creating a template from a project. So this is the opposite. You can actually create a brand new template from a project, and then once you have it, you can go into your projects and you can add a project and you can create it from a template as well. So that's a big, big time saver. And so you just fill in the relevant details, the new project name, the client that it's associated with, the status. I feel like I want to go through the service requests because
We have a question about the ticket timer, so maybe
sure.
elaborate on that and show where it can be turned off and on.
Obviously, everyone wants that turned on. Okay, so let me show you. So yeah, not everyone likes the all-seeing eye timing them as they open every ticket. Let me just real quickly go over what it's for. So every time you open a ticket, we track these intervals, the time that you're spending on the ticket. You don't, these are all local to the workstation, so they're not stored in the PSA, and they're used to make it easier for technicians to enter their time after working through tickets. So you can see the time that you've spent in the ticket, and you can do things like merge those intervals, and then you can create time entries from the intervals that are spent on the ticket. If you don't like that at all, you can turn it off. So if you go into settings, ticketing, right here you'll see response state tracking. No, that's not it. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Maybe it's under board. Yeah, under boards. Yeah, okay. For each board, you can turn it on and off. So you'll see enable live ticket timer here. You can go ahead and turn that off. I did that on general support. So let me go back to the general support board. Yep, right here. Create a new ticket from it. Oh, I'll just open up an existing ticket. And then you can see, okay, there's no timer here. So if that's not something you want, or if it distracts you, you can turn it off, which is relatively recent as well. Any other questions?
Not yet.
Okay. Did you have something to show? I can switch over to your screen. I already showed everything that you were gonna talk about. Yeah. So that's what we wanted to show today, but I guess more generally, here, let me switch over to show the overhead here. So I guess more generally, we're going to do these every Friday, and start putting every last Friday of the month. We will do this regularly, because there is an absurd amount of progress that we've made in the past year. Our 1.0 release is ready. We are just dotting the I's and crossing every T to get it out the door. We're doing more testing. We're finishing up the workflow system. There's just a few remaining tasks. It's my fault. I guess I decided that the 1.0 should be a comprehensive PSA system with a complete workflow system and tracking and surveys and service requests and everything. We probably in retrospect could have released earlier, but we're insanely proud of what we've accomplished. I'm just kind of awed by the team that works here, and we are ready to go. The last time I did a live stream, I said we're not going to do another one until we release, which I guess I kind of broke that promise a little bit, but we are very close, and I promise that the next time you see us, we will have released, and it will be the scheduled time for this broadcast. So we'll do this again on the last Friday of May, and we'll talk about the release and how that went. And the format will kind of be, we'll pick a different module of the application to drill into every time we do one of these live streams, and we'll do a deep dive, and then on top of that we'll do a what's changed since the last live stream as well. So yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, put in your requests
Yeah,
for next live stream and tell us what you wanna hear about, what you wanna see.
tell your friends. Also, you're supposed to say these things. You don't have to like and subscribe to this video, but if you could, go to the GitHub and star the project. People look at that to determine the popularity, and we have a lot more users than we have stars. So if you're a fan of the project, please drop us a star, and we will see you next week. So thanks everyone.
Next month.
Next month. Bye everyone.